So on this wonderful afternoon together, let us begin as always by bringing our focus to our breath as we all in our circle breathe with awareness, consciously breathing as you simply observe your breath, the breath of life, and move more deeply inwards into the beingness of yourself, which breathes, breathing in universal energies in every breath. Through your breath, you sense your body. You become aware of how your body is feeling. Focus upon the sensation within the body and what a blissful feeling it is when you really sink into your body. You feel every muscle relaxing. You feel tension leaving your body. And as you become more and more relaxed, more and more light is able to enter and to flow through you. You feel it penetrating into every cell of your body. Your fingers may be tingling, your toes, your feet. And you simply breathe and allow any resistance you may feel in your body dissolving away as your focus moves away from the mind into your body and your heart space as you draw yourself inwards into your central column and your chakras, broadening your awareness, becoming more conscious of the being within the body. Already, your awareness has increased so much, and you feel how the light of spirit flows divinely through the body. You may become aware of your aura. You begin to feel yourself as a being of light as you enter more and more deeply into your own beingness, coming into your I am presence. And this I am presence, of course, is in a way separate from the human body, the human condition, for an aspect of self has come into the third dimensional realm to experience separation, the development of the ego self. Over long periods of time, of course, the ego's separation and desire to have its own will has resulted in much suffering. The human condition in the ego self is not a happy one. So we have been shown over the years where the unhappiness lies, and how to move away from the ego mind, the ego self, and find within the divine self, which is the journey upon which we all are, to become my divine self. And of course, in that picture which you have on your screen, it shows beautifully the journey through our darkness into the purity of a clear soul, where there is only bliss and joy. So, how do we work with our ego self? The ego self generally is always complaining. The things we have to endure in our bodies, all the stresses and anxieties of modern life, and so on. And the ego self is locked in this experience. But we all know from our own experience, when we enter into these meditations and are raised in frequency by the higher realms, we find peace, we find stillness, and a different perception of life. So let us begin to move into that higher frequency within, where we come to a higher perception, a higher experience of the life within and the life without. So the Arcturians come closer to us as you imbibe their blue light, as you open to receive the love in their energies which is freely offered to you. You only need to accept it. As you feel this expansion within your heart space, it becomes much easier to let them into your heart space, your high heart. As you move into your high heart, we are all connected through the one source, and we are no longer afraid to let in higher dimensional beings. For as we begin to feel this oneness, there is no shame. There is no feeling less than, inadequate, not good enough to allow such a being as an Arcturian or a being from Sirius to actually merge within me, merging into my own heart. So we invite them, please, to come closer, to raise our frequency, that we may become one with you all. As they cleanse and clear our aura and energy bodies, we begin to feel lighter, coming into better balance, and eventually achieving a higher alignment. Not that we can do it, it is received as we allow. So everything is about energy, about the frequency of the energy. As your frequency rises, one's experience of life becomes different, beginning, of course, within oneself. Can you rest within yourself, finding peace within, resting in your heart, where you find you're not bothered by your mind complaining about your difficulties, your stresses, your worries, and how your situation is not how you would wish it to be. But instead, creating within from your heart an acceptance of what is and a vision of what you wish. It is to be done without attachment. We all wish for a perfect external life, but that only comes to us when we have been through the process of clearing negative thoughts and energies. In the meantime, observing one's thoughts, all that one repeatedly says to oneself about one's condition, whether in body, mind, or emotions, gives an opportunity for us to see how we create our own situation, which is locked in by constantly creating the same thoughts and beliefs about our situation. It is a big step in our understanding to see, to know, to observe. The thoughts that perpetuate the same view, the same thoughts, the same beliefs. Through the energies we are receiving in this meditation, our frequencies being raised for us. And this higher frequency is shifting us on all levels. we become more aware of our repeated thought patterns, triggering always the same emotional reaction, which eventually creates situations within the physical body. So how do we move out of this treadmill, this hamster's wheel? We tend to think about it within the mind and the change that we wish for, but we must have realized by now that it cannot come from the mind. As we move more deeply within, as we open to our higher connections, we learn to trust that only a higher spiritual intervention can shift our consciousness. And of course, this is exactly what we are receiving and experiencing at this time. But the ego is impatient. The ego does not wish to give up how it thinks, what it believes. It doesn't even look at where its beliefs have come from. But we learn to rest within the heart space, to move our focus away from the mind into the heart. And we find the heart has a different perception, a different understanding. And gradually, the beliefs of the mind begin to change, coming more in alignment with higher thoughts, higher feelings, higher beliefs, as our consciousness gradually evolves. We take a few moments now simply to receive energies from Arcturus as they work with our subconscious and our conscious mind, filling our subconscious with higher thoughts and higher feelings, as the lower thoughts and feelings, the density, the negativity, which has been part of our psyche for so long, is gradually replaced with something positive. You may find something rising in your consciousness, a block, a fear. It may be in your lungs, your chest, it could be anywhere. But simply let it be, for it is the power of the light that dissolves darkness. Through its recognition, it dissolves away. It is not done by effort. It is not done by wanting. It comes from the deep wish within your heart, the wish to reunite with Source. It's hard to imagine that we choose density, negativity and fear when light, love, compassion, peace and joy is available for us if we choose it. You may be experiencing that much energy is rising upwards from below as it moves through your feet, your lower body, up into your foundation, from your solar plexus up into your heart, through your throat, into your third eye. Simply allow the flow as we trust in this process of transformation, gently leading us into our ascension. Try to hold your alignment, try to remain in balance, knowing that the difficulties we face are so-called challenges are coming up one after the other, for we are being fast tracked as starseeds to be able to return to our Christed selves. And then to participate in lifting all humanity, all life upon this planet, and assisting Gaia as we work in oneness with her into the ascension. So let these waves of light wash over you, rise up through you. Feel how the light within grows. So these energies of your transformation are constantly available to us. You simply need to open to receive them and to choose light and love. Experience yourself now fully in alignment in your physical body as you become aligned, centered and grounded. Let the process continue, wanting nothing but simply to be in the light, as the light surrounds you, as the light fills you from within. And you can simply be presence, just the presence that observes your human life. So open your eyes whenever you feel ready and allow your transformation to continue.